everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be comparing a 2021 Chevy Tahoe to a 2021 Chevy Suburban. So first and foremost, a huge shout out and thank you to Larry Miller Chevy here in Murray for providing us with the Tahoe and the Suburban. Check out their inventory in the link below. Let's get right into the video. Now, under the hood of both of the vehicles is the same exact engine transmission. 6.2 liter V8, 6.2 liter V8, 10-speed automatic transmission, 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy being 14 around town, 19 on the highway. Same over here. And then power output's 460 horsepower and then 420 pound-feet of torque. Same deal over there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's all the same. Now, I don't want today's video to be too long, so if you want to see a more in-depth review on both of the vehicles, I'm going to include that in the description below. So, for the exterior, everything is completely identical on the front end of both vehicles. There is no difference other than the color. You got kind of like a gray there, you got a black there. Pretty simple with that. The wheels here on the side, again, completely identical. There is nothing different on that. Tahoe badge versus Suburban badge, everything else is the same on both of them. Now this is where the differences happen, not the orange car on the back, but the back of the vehicle. So you can see here with the Tahoe, definitely shorter, and then with the Suburban, definitely longer. And then coming here to the rear, again, you can see that there's really no difference other than the length. The whole like setup here in the back is identical. Again, you've got the different badging on both of them, but you can see the exhaust tips, that is all the same here with the rear. You got the whole profile, again, that is all the same with both of them. Same taillights on both of them, like everything is the same. So yeah. Now if you don't believe me on the sameness, look, the key fob is the same. You've got all of the same functions on both of them, and yeah, I mean, everything is identical on them. Now I can do the remote start on both of them. Let's see if I can get this one with my thumb. Oh my gosh, I did it. We've got both of them started up, so you can even hear them. They sound the same. And you know what, while they're on, let's roll the exhaust clip. Now I got the hatch, so we just gotta press that twice and ooh, press that twice and ooh, pretty simple. So this is the biggest difference, is the storage space here in the rear of both of them. So look at the Tahoe with the storage space, and look how close the seats are as well. You have the same functions. You guys notice with the seats, you can fold down the second row, fold down the third row, and then you got that little outlet right there. And you can see like what this looks like with one of the rows folded down. So you can see it actually even hits into the second row, which is kind of funny. But just look at this storage space there. Remember that. And coming over to the Suburban, yeah, so you can see it is quite a bit more with the storage space. And what's even funnier is, seems like that goes down easier too. But yeah, storage space in the Suburban is significantly more than the Tahoe. So that's the biggest benefit by going over the Suburban. Yeah, you don't get like the sexy look with how this is proportioned, but you get way more storage. So it depends. Do you want more storage or do you want better looks and less storage? And then in terms of closing them, they're both the same. So you guys can see, boop. And then, wait for it, boop. Both of them are closed. Now the next thing is going to be the seats here in the back. So you guys can see the seat there in the Tahoe and then over here in the Suburban. So if you guys actually look at the seats here with the legroom and everything, you guys will notice that the legroom in both of them, and by the way, that seat is slid a little bit forward. So if you slide that back into place, it's going to be identical. But you guys will notice the legroom on both of them with the seating, all of this is completely the same between both of them from what I can like visually see, but let's get in just to make sure. So popping into the Tahoe, sitting here feels pretty good, and then gotta climb into the third row. Ooh. Okay, so we're in the third row. You guys can kind of see what it looks like back here with the Tahoe, and then gotta make our way out, which is actually kind of fun, guys. So popping out, and I'll close her up. So now popping over into the Suburban. So second row, I mean, yeah, this definitely, like I said, feels the same, but we of course have to pop into the third row. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Okay. And yeah, I mean, it feels about the same. Maybe I mean, maybe there's a little bit of a different dimension that I am missing, but from what I can like physically look at and feel, it looks like it's about the same with the third row in both of them. You just get extra storage behind the seat. Now popping here to the front, again, you guys are gonna notice the interiors on both these are the same. So this right here is the Suburban. The only difference that you guys are gonna notice with all of the controls and everything in this is going to be the difference with the color of the seats, because the Tahoe has those tan seats. But if we pop in, and hopefully music doesn't pop on, because that'd be annoying. But yeah, you guys can see the gauge cluster here as well. And then with the infotainment system, like all of this is identical. And we'll pop over to the Tahoe in just a second so you guys can see just how similar this is. Like, and it makes sense, right? The Suburban is just the extended wheelbase version of the Tahoe. But yeah, all of this with everything in here, it's cool. And by the way, both of them do come with like the tri-zone climate, which is cool. Both of them come with a new camera system, which is really neat, that shows like everything. You get like tons of different camera views on the vehicle, and you get the mirror right there. It gives you a really good view, so you guys can see that versus like the regular view. Just night and day difference. Now coming over here to the Tahoe, you guys can see the door panel here again. You've got like the tan leather, but looking at all the controls and everything, it's just like the Suburban. Nothing crazy has happened with this gauge cluster. I mean, I'm just showing this to you guys so you guys can see just like how these are both the same vehicle. Just longer wheelbase versus shorter wheelbase. Like everything here control wise, all of it is the same. So you're not getting anything different other than the size. But yeah, other than continue to repeat myself, let's get into some other stuff. Now let's quickly get into pricing. Now these are both high countries. They're both spec'd out identically. Like there's no difference other than the paint color between these two. And then that one's a Suburban, that one's a Tahoe. This one's almost $79,000 for the sticker price. That one is about $81,000 for the sticker price. So it seems like there's about a $2,500 difference between both of the vehicles. Oh, this is going to be completely subjective to what you're looking for. Again, from an objective standpoint, I would say that the Tahoe definitely looks better from a proportion standpoint. I just love the looks of it, especially from the side angle. You can see it just looks a little bit nicer. The Suburban is just so long, and it doesn't look bad or anything like that. It's just the Tahoe is better looking. So it depends on what you're going to use it for, right? If you want extra storage space, definitely go for the Suburban. If you want better looks, and if you are going to take this off-road, the shorter wheelbase is going to do a little bit better. Now for $2,500, that's the part that I think is a little bit weird. I feel like the price gap should be a lot less, because you're just getting a little bit more storage in the back, but you're paying so much more for the Suburban. So I think that's a little bit crazy. I want you guys to let me know in this comment section below what you think about that, but that's kind of, I think it's a little bit crazy. Now, just like in any other comparison, I do have to pick a winner out of all of these, and the winner I pick is the bright orange Supra there in the back. Just kidding. But the winner that I pick is going to be the Tahoe, because again, I think it's a little bit ridiculous that that's $2,500 more basically for just a little bit of extra storage space in the back. It's definitely worth it. It's definitely practical, but at the same time, same vehicle, same engine, same transmission, same interior, same features, just a little bit smaller, which, I mean, for me personally would be better because I don't want the extra size. But again, it just depends on what your needs are. I'm going to pick the Tahoe as the better buy because, in my opinion, it's just a little bit of a better value. That is going to sum things up for today's video comparing the Tahoe to the Suburban. Again, just like always, please go and check out the Larry H. Miller Chevy and Murray's inventory in the description below, especially if you're looking at buying one of these. They actually have quite a few of these right now. They've got a bunch of different packages. I haven't had a chance to film everything, but they've got a bunch of different packages. And if you do happen to be stopping for the first time, please subscribe. I will see all of you in the next video. So I don't know exactly what's happening. My guess is that Ram is trying to push out the rest of the 2020 Ram 1500s that they had on the production line that they had to cease with once the coronavirus happened. And then I think on top of that, they're going to try to get regular 2021 Ram 1500s out before the TRX because they can just sell those in really high volume, just get easy sales with dealerships like that. And then I think the TRX is going to be kind of later on, and they probably maybe still have a couple things to tweak on the truck, maybe things to work out. And so maybe I think that's also in part to that. But the exciting news that I have for you guys actually pertains to when I'm going to get the truck.